Hello, Roland Warren here. Recently, the Washington Post published an article about a few pregnancy centers that have decided to offer birth control. This issue has come up in the past. As a result, we at CareNet have been asked if our affiliated pregnancy centers are going to start offering birth control, and if not, why not? After all, according to the justification given by some pregnancy centers, and as detailed in the Washington Post story, offering birth control to clients could enable pregnancy centers to form better relationships with their clients. Moreover, it could show how much they care about women. But would these promises really play out? Well, I'm here to tell you that CareNet is not changing its long-standing policy of not providing birth control. This policy, anchored in biblical principles, is spelled out in our standards of affiliation, which currently govern our relationships with more than 1,100 affiliated pregnancy centers. And this policy of no birth control is also contained in the commitment to care and competence. So, why are we sticking to this policy when some are not? Well, first things first. CareNet is a gospel-centered, Christ-serving ministry, and although we love our clients, we will never abandon biblical principles to serve them or to appease the culture. In other words, we will not rob Peter to pay Paul, spiritually speaking. In this case, some have argued that providing birth control will lead to lower abortion rates, and aren't we here to prevent abortions? Putting the factual accuracy of that claim aside, yes, we are here to prevent abortions, but we are also here to uphold God's design and principles for sex and marriage and to transform people's lives through the gospel of Jesus Christ. In order to do that, we can't be selective about which biblical principles we will follow and which we'll abandon. Second, we disagree with the notion that providing birth control will help us form better relationships with our clients. The women and men who walk into CareNet pregnancy centers are looking for the calm in the midst of the storms in their lives. God sends them to us to hear something that they often don't hear from the culture: truth. You see, they are relying on us to speak truth with compassion and to support their whole lives, physically, emotionally, socially, and spiritually. Accordingly, the best way for us to form truly strong relationships is to never lead our clients astray, which we can only do by serving our clients the way Christ served, through the combination of compassion and truth, which of course is love. Indeed, Christ's call to all is to come as you are, but not to stay as you came. And we know from doing this for nearly 45 years that this is what clients are looking for from us. That's why over the last 3 years, 97% of our clients who completed an exit survey reported that they had a positive experience at our affiliated pregnancy centers. And finally, I want to address the notion that providing birth control is a demonstration that we care about women. The Washington Post story really seems to harp on this particular point. Well, I reject the entire premise of this idea. To say that providing birth control shows that we care about women implies that we don't already care about women and that we have to do something to prove that we do. If you need evidence that we care about women, consider this. In the last 4 years, CareNet pregnancy centers have provided over $220 million in free services to women, men, and families in need. We have served over 2.8 million people in the last 11 years, and over 1.6 million people have heard the gospel of Jesus Christ. And while these statistics are helpful, they don't tell the story of the countless women and men who come back to us to thank us for helping to change their lives, and for saving the lives of their unborn children, and for saving the lives for an eternity by introducing them to the gospel of Jesus Christ. Take Ursula. When she was 21, she came to one of our affiliated pregnancy centers with an unplanned pregnancy. She was in a bad relationship, she was scared, and she felt she was losing everything. But our center welcomed her with open arms and walked alongside her through the pregnancy, attending to her physical, emotional, and spiritual needs. She soon gave birth to her daughter, Ariel. But the help didn't stop there. The center also helped Ursula apply and receive a 4-year scholarship from Regent University to further her education. This is a scholarship that CareNet awards every year to one of our center's clients. Ursula has since graduated from college and gotten married. We are honored to have walked alongside Ursula and thousands of other women and men just like her to help them transform their lives for now and for eternity. Again, as a gospel-centered, Christ-serving ministry, we are not just pro-life, we are pro-abundant life. We are focused on heartbeats that are heaven-bound. Why? Because as John 10:10 states, Christ came that all, both inside and outside the womb, would not just have life, but abundant life. This holistic biblical approach to caring for our clients doesn't require us to add services like birth control to serve people better. In our service to and love for God and His Word, we are already effectively serving and loving every woman and man who walks through our door.